So we can be heroes only, but we gotta be doers too.
Hey, what's up, fam? We're back in the studio with Dermel Warren and Jeremy Warren, man, the gospel duo. Well, maybe I should call you guys the dynamic duo. The dynamic duo, yo. What is it like working together? You know what I mean? You know, you have some husband and wives out there who can't stand working together. You know what I mean? And, you know, when he got his way, she has her way, and there seems to be a difficulty in bringing a mesh between the two. Yeah. So the question that I have for you right now is, how do you make it work, man? I mean, how do you do it? I mean, what has the key been up to this particular point in time?
You go.
Yeah, we have our moments. I could be, I don't know, my drive is like very strong. So if I feel my partner is kind of slacking off, I'm gonna let her know, and it's just a matter of how she's gonna take it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as us working together, which is what he asked, we have always kept our personal lives separate from our business life. So with that being said, we also keep it separate from our performance. So if we're having a rough day, or we're having a disagreement, or whatever the case may be, we leave it in the car. Because when we come, we're still working with other people, and you never want to bring discourse into a situation where other people are being a part of it. So we don't like to feel that way ourselves. We've been in situations where we worked with couples or worked with people who always brought their significant other with them, right. And then they'll get into an argument right there on the spot in front of us, and then it makes everybody feel awkward.
Ike and Tina Turner.
Right. So with that being said, we've always done that. We've always been able to keep it separate. So that's the key that works for us, because one, it helps us work well with anybody, because, you know, before we started doing our own thing, we were with Rakeem, and Rakeem always hired us both. He said that we were the first couple that he's ever worked with that didn't bring drama. Okay. You know, so okay. I take pride in that, and I thank God that he gives us that working relationship outside of our regular relationship, you know?
I mean, does it, because the both of you are musicians, do you have an understanding for what each other do? In other words, do you have more of an appreciation? Because, you know, sometimes being a musician can be very challenging. Yeah. It can be very time consuming, you know, and sometimes it can be like the drive because of the drive to get things done. I mean, it really can. Well, let's put it this way. It's easy to become consumed.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That's true.
It's easy. So how do you balance this with family life? Because I mean, you have 3 beautiful kids, 3 beautiful children. You have a new job.
Yes.
Yeah. And how are you able to balance it? To keep everything afloat.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's challenging, and sometimes I think Jeremy forgets that, because I do juggle a lot, and I juggle a lot by myself, and he only has a few tasks that he has to juggle. But don't get me wrong, his tasks are big.
Yeah, most definitely.
There may be few in number, but they're really astronomical. So I also have to be mindful of the stress that he has to go along with the task that he has. So when he mentioned about the drive and stuff like that, sometimes he's in that his mojo is working, and he can just put those songs out like he's still writing. Okay. And he's writing constantly. And sometimes I don't feel like it, you know, and I'll just be like, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. And then that frustrates him. Yeah. And then it frustrates me sometimes, because I feel like he doesn't understand me and what I'm doing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we both learn to appreciate each other for our gifts that God gave us, for the goal that we're trying to reach, because we both are trying to reach the same goal, and we're trying to reach it together. So we know what the common goal is and what the ultimate goal is. So that's what we're working towards. We don't have a perfect formula for it, you know, but we take it one day at a time.
One day at a time. And,
yeah.
Do you guys have like a business manager? Not business manager, but a manager who kind of helps you to kind of keep everything together, keep everything in perspective musically, that is? Or do you guys pretty much do that on your own?
We do that on our own. This the business manager right here.
Okay. Okay.
And he's very good at it. I mean, this is his first time, just like it's my first time, and then I watch him. And I mean, he's a great MD, and he's a great business manager. He keeps all the books.
Okay.
He keeps all the stuff in line. He makes sure we have all our receipts, and I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's really good about that.
Okay.
So he keeps us afloat.
Right.
On the business side.
Right. Well, that's very important. That is very, very important because you need somebody who has like a level head, somebody who's able to be organized, organized and task oriented. You know what I mean? So that's kudos for each of you. Now, Jeremy, you mentioned that that your music is playing very well and that you're charted. You have charted, on various charts. And I did ask you what are some of the tunes, that people are requesting most. And you say, well, it's basically a representation of the whole album. I guess it depends upon where you go, where you are, so on and so forth. But what we want to do is we want to give our listening audience an opportunity to hear your production, to hear the writing skills. And Dermel, I'm assuming that you're on this. Well, you are on this album.
Yes.
Yes, you are on this album.
All over it.
All over the album. Yes. Okay, so the first track that I'm going to play is entitled "No Words Interlude." So Jeremy, just kind of give us a heads up in terms of what does "No Words Interlude" mean? What was the inspiration behind the song, so on and so forth?
No Words is just an interlude before the next track called Lost Friends.
Okay.
I wrote Lost Friends because I lost a lot of friends, that meant a lot to me.
Okay.
And the way it went down was kind of, I still don't understand it to this day. So it was kind of, I told Dermel the concept that I was looking for, and chime in anytime.
He just told, you was talking. He gave me the concept of what he wanted, and because I've been there, I've been with him, I know what he went through, so I could write for Lost Friends. And then he told me that he wanted an interlude to go before it. So No Words is more or less a chanting between a young lady named Gloria Ryan and I, basically saying that there's no words, because he was telling me that he's still at awe as to how he lost these friends. He don't know what happened.
Yeah.
They just disappeared. But I always would tell him that friends have their seasons. Some are meant to stay for a lifetime and some aren't. They come and go. Friends come and go, and how long they're here we'll never know. So those are the words that I wrote in that song, and No Words was kind of pretty much setting up the next song.
Okay.
We played Lost Friends the last time we was here, so I didn't know if you wanted to repeat that.
Well, that's okay, because there may be others out there who have not heard it, so we want to give them an opportunity to do so. All right, everyone, listen and enjoy. We have a selection by Jeremy Warren. The song is entitled Lost Friends. Listen and enjoy.
Da, 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 da.